I'm Olivia, and I've been doing one scrapbook every month for the last 5 years. In this video, I'm going to show you my exact 3-step process for scrapbooking. It's easier than you think, and it's actually really fulfilling. You should totally do it, because it's easy enough to keep me, a serial hobby quitter, consistent enough to do 63 of these bad boys. This is my vibe curation step. What did this month look like? What colors do I see when I think of this month? What was I doing? What was I reading and watching? Any minor or major obsessions this month? It usually takes me about 20 minutes of narrowing down my results from my camera roll and my Pinterest. I print everything from my Canon printer, and I cut everything by hand. And yes, they're all a little crooked. But you know what? I'm here to be creative, not perfect. Perfectionism is why whimsy dies. And I spend too much of my time trying to cut everything 100% perfect, which makes me want to avoid the project as a whole. So I'm giving myself some grace, and I'm just cutting it out quickly. Do I own a professional cutter? Yes. However, I haven't used it in years because it's faster for me to use scissors. And the cops never came, and I never went to jail because it's not that serious. And now we're ready for step 2. This is the step that usually takes me the longest. Everything on this page has to coexist in this page's ecosystem. No 2 pages are the same. I usually have to scrap a few photos that I've printed out in order to make everything fit and to make everything feel balanced. As you'll see, everything's kind of crowded in the beginning, so I'm kind of taking things away to make everything fit a bit more proportionally, because this ain't Canva, babes. I don't have the purple lines telling me what's gonna look good. There's no auto alignment here. Everything has to fit in a way that I think looks good off the dome, you know? Some months I have some real heavy hitters, you know? Everything looks right. There's a theme, there's layers, textures, feelings, colors, doodles, lyrics, the works. And then some months I just can't be bothered. Sometimes I just arrange it, glue it down, add some cute tape, and call it a day. I, personally, cannot have one without the other for the longevity of my process. Because if I'm sitting down to scrapbook expecting to do the best page of my life, and I just don't have it in me that day, I'm just not gonna scrapbook. And that's worse than doing a bad page. So, for example, this month wasn't my favorite. You know, she's cute, but she's not my favorite. But the world kept spinning. I tend to have better months, better scrapbooks when I have read or watched something that I was really into. You know, what can I say? I need to be inspired. And while I did a lot of fun things this month, I just didn't feel too inspired. And that's all right. Inspiration will come and go, but consistency, write that down, is what will get you the furthest with your hobbies. The finale of all of my scrapbooks, the sauce on the page. It can take a scrapbook from boring to, okay, she's cute. She's got some personality. She's handwritten. No AI in the making of this, babe. Just me and my 4 brain cells. I'm using markers, and I'm adding depth and shading. I'm writing shit down, even though I hate my handwriting. I'm adding my favorite washi tape and stickers. I'm letting my future self know what I was thinking the last 30 days. So what's going on this page? These were my nails for this month. I'm in my Pinterest era, so I've been having more fun with my photos and my outfit. This was a scan of an actual Polaroid from Mother's Day. We went to a black tie wedding for my cousin, and we had the best time. Euphoria was an absolute shit show, and I'm doing my best to forget the whole season, because that was just a monstrosity and disrespectful to the first 2 seasons, actually. Sam Levinson. Let's talk. This book I read wasn't my favorite, or otherwise I would have included more. I always try to include a picture of my children, Buck and Remy, on every page. So that was the month of May. And she's not perfect, but she's cute. One thing I do at the very end is always reflect. I go through the previous years and I just touch base with how I was feeling then versus how I'm feeling now. Have I grown? Am I happy? Should I change things at all? No matter how unhappy I am with a scrapbook in the moment, I'm always so grateful that I did it when I look back. So that's why I encourage you to create things that make you happy. Embrace the little moments that won't seem to matter next month, because the perspective you gain when you do it anyways makes them really special. I hope you've been inspired by this video, and I can hear you grabbing your keys to go to Michael's, right?